Much. Well, the Chinese are walking a very fine line on this Ukraine invasion. There's still plenty of support for Russia coming from the CCP, even as they kind of condemn it, prompting U.S. Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo to issue this warning. Chinese companies that aid Russia could face U.S. repercussions, adding that the U.S. could take devastating action against Chinese companies that defy Russian sanctions. Ken Timmerman was a national security and foreign policy advisor with Trump for president and author of The Election Heist. And Ted, good to have you on. What do you make of China in this situation?
Well, Rob, thanks for having me on. Look, China has become a full-fledged partner with Putin in this invasion. They're trying to mute it. They're trying to take the attention away from what they are doing. Remember, they did not vote for Putin or against him. They abstained when the United Nations had its vote recently, as, by the way, the Iranians did. You have this new axis, and I write about this in Newsmax magazine in April, between Russia, China, and Iran to support each other. They believe, the three of them, that they can cooperate to reduce American power, to reduce the American presence in areas that they're concerned about. Russia obviously cares about Europe. The Chinese care about the Far East, about Taiwan, and the Iranians want us to get out of the Persian Gulf. This is something important that all three of these partners share. And what the U.S. Commerce Secretary is threatening, I think, is really mild beer in comparison.
You know, I've always wondered, you look at the way that we tap dance around China in so many ways. I've always been under the impression that China needs us more than we need them. Is that accurate, or is it mutual? We have to have each other, at least at this point?
Look, at this point, I think it's become mutual. When I started looking into this issue in the beginning in 1994, I was working for Time magazine, and I looked into the U.S. sell-off of military technology to Communist China under Bill Clinton. I got fired by Time magazine for doing that story. I ultimately took it to the American Spectator and elsewhere. But this began in the 1990s. We could have stopped it before the Chinese came into Wall Street, before the Chinese had the military technology they have today. They now have fifth-generation fighter technology. They got that from us.
Of course.
We could have stopped this two decades ago, but it's been both Democrats and Republicans in successive White Houses that have emboldened Communist China and empowered them.
Yeah, I've said it so many times. We deserve a better political class, and the last 20, 30 years, we've dug ourselves into quite a hole. Ken Timmerman, thank you so much for taking the time, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Rob.
Coming up, the